I can have. I can do what it says I can do in the Word of God. All the promises belong to me. Because faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. After hearing the Word, it'll be better, stronger, powerful. In Jesus' name, amen. Hallelujah.
Amen, Samuel. Amen. Glory to God. And we're going to start right here at the first verse. Amen.
Amen. Praise the Lord. The Philistines now mustered their army for battle and camped between Soko and Judah and Azekah at Ephes-Dammim. Saul countered by gathering his troops near the valley of Elah. So the Philistines and Israelites faced each other on opposite hills with the valley between them. Verse 4, then Goliath, a Philistine, champion from Gath, came out of the Philistine ranks to face the forces of Israel. He was a giant of a man, measuring over 9 feet tall. He wore a bronze helmet and a coat of mail that weighed 125 pounds. He also wore bronze leggings, and he slung a bronze javelin over his back. The shaft of his spear was as heavy and thick as a weaver's beam, tipped with an iron spearhead that weighed 15 pounds. An armor bearer walked ahead of him carrying a huge shield. Wow. Verse 8, Goliath stood and shouted across to the Israelites, do you need a whole army to settle this? Choose someone to fight for you, and I will represent the Philistines.
Amen. Before you take your seat, I know this is the youth conference. I need you to tell your neighbor, there's a giant watching me. Come on, take your seat. I need you to tell somebody, there's a giant watching me. And when a man of God give me the theme, I asked him what is the theme, and the theme of this conference, of this youth conference, he said, taking the generation back by force. And when I began to study and I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, well, what do you want me to tell the young people? And where do you want me to come from with this theme? And so I kind of struggled with it because I'm like, Lord, once again, I'm asking you, where do you want me to come from? He said, well, in order for the generation to take it back by force, they have to be saved. Amen. He said, not only do they have to be saved, they have to be delivered. Because there is a Goliath that's waiting to tear our young people up. There is a Goliath that's on the other side of the mountain that's waiting for them to come out the church house, that's waiting for them to go to college, that's waiting for them to come out of high school, that's waiting for them to tear their head off. There's a Goliath that's already been watching them. So I said, God, okay, I understand there's a Goliath. He said, but I need some Samuels to anoint a David. I said, well, God, what is you talking about? He said, there was a David, and don't count David out, because that's what they did. They counted David out because they see his size. And they see that, he wasn't a well-built boy. Amen. But they forgot one thing about David. David had the spirit of the living God. I need somebody to help me out here with somebody that counted you out, but they forgot about the spirit that was in the inside of you. And so they forgot that David had a spirit of God. Well, where are you going with this? God told me, he said, listen, I don't need the generations to take it by force. I need the forerunners, which is us, to take it by force for them. I said, God, well, why they can't do it? He said, because I already built the spirit in the parent. I already built the spirit in my leaders. So God, what are you talking about? In order for our babies to go out there and fight a Goliath, first we got to fight it. Before they can fight our Goliath, we got to take the Goliath out of our generation. Because this generation is fighting our generation. It haven't even stepped into their generation. God said these babies are battling generational curses that you should have been fought. I said, okay, God. So, okay, God, what did you say? He said, first break the generational curse in your lineage. They're fighting things that they shouldn't even be fighting. So they got too much weight on them. And so he took me to the story where he began to let me know. He said, okay, remember when Saul tried to give David that armor? Saul was trying to give David his generation. And what they use. So God said, why is my young people dying, commit suicide, in homosexuality, in lesbian? Because their parents dealt with it. And they can't take it by force because it's generational. I said, okay, God, so what do we do? He said, what I need my people to do is go back to the book. He said, what I need them to do is plead the blood. What I need them to do is get delivered. So this generation that we rising up going to see the standard in you. You can see the non-compromising in you. I said, okay, God, keep on talking. He said, what I need you to understand about the story of David and Goliath is that the army should have defeated Goliath. Because God was with the army. They should have torn Goliath up. Why did it take David from another generation to defeat a Goliath? But God gave him the battle because he had the spirit of the living God. But God said that was not David's fight. It was Saul's fight. But because Saul wouldn't get delivered.
That right there.
Because sometimes we don't get delivered, that our children don't get delivered. So when you get mad at them because they decide that they want to be a lesbian, well, God said, I need you to go back when you had those thoughts. I need you to go back there when you know your parents had that thought. I need you to go back there when you was curious in high school. And then you can come back and let them know, baby, it's not you. I got to defeat this enemy that's trying to take you out. I need you to tell, I remember a pastor in our women ministry, man, about 2 years ago. She said, women, I need you to go back and tell your children what you've been through. He said, because what you're fighting is that they don't even know that you dealt with it. But because you want to be secret about it, they don't understand that they got these feelings and desires, and they don't know how to get it off of them. So they can't take this generation by force because you dealt with it. And but what the enemy do, he give a spirit of embarrassment upon us that we won't even tell. But I dare somebody to challenge the enemy and say, listen, it stops right here. My son, my daughter going to defeat you because I'm going to plead the blood. My son and my daughter going to defeat you because I defeated you. I need somebody to shout in this place. Now, the Lord says that this wasn't even David's fight. And we put pressure on this generation to say, I need you to be saved. I need you to be delivered. I need you to be holy. But then when they come in the house of God, there's so much compromise that they can't even live holy. Why should I live holy if you ain't living holy? Why should I be saved if you ain't really saved? Because when I walk out the church, one thing about generation, and my teens always, you know, they will tell you if you ain't right. They say, now why I gotta do it if they ain't gotta do it? And then, you know, I gotta go and tell you, you gonna do it because you have your own relationship with God. But they have a point. David said, I gotta come here off of my assignment that my father gave me just to bring y'all some food. But when I get here, y'all can't even defeat this enemy. So David said, now, I defeated a bear. I defeated a lion. I could take a lion. He said, I did all of this. I could take a Goliath. But God said, hold up, David. I know you could take him, and I'm going to give it to you, but it's not your fight. How many times you have fought a battle for somebody else? Now imagine when you got a young person trying to fight your generational demons. How How do you think they feeling when they don't even know why they're having these feelings? They don't even know why their heart is thinking like this. And then we look at this generation with so much disgust, and we forget where we came from. We look at them and say, I'm just disgusted, but you forget when you was out there. You forget that, listen, one thing my friend told me one time before, Prophet Michon, she said, yeah, you walked away from the sin, but you did denounce the demon. You walked away from it, you stopped doing it, but the demon's still there. So now you got a demon in your house. You got a demon in your flesh. And what you think is doing is attacking your children. And even if your children grown up, you got to ask yourself, what I left behind? Can somebody bless God for being God? So I said, okay, God, but what about the young people? He said, my young people going to have to get delivered. They're going to have to get saved. And they're going to need the blood. He said, they stop pleading the blood over the children because they don't even understand the true meaning of the blood. And so when you know that the blood is a deliverer and a healer, then you know that you got to pronounce that over this generation. Because the only thing that stops the enemy is the blood. The only thing that backs the enemy up is the blood. Stop calling out everything else. Just plead the blood. Because that's the only thing that will regulate your mind is the blood. Now God said they don't need the blood. They're going to need to be delivered and they're going to need to be saved. But he said one thing the church keep doing, and that's compromising. We think that we got to do everything to keep this generation. We think we got to bring everything in the church for this generation. But we so much try to please the generation that we forgot we ain't pleasing God. God said in Romans 12:2, be not conformed to this world, but be renewed. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So God said, okay, in order for this generation to be taken over, he said that got to be some renewing. And there got to be no compromise. And so when we begin to compromise with this generation, and we begin to let them know that, oh baby, it's okay. You can do this, you can do that. You still saying the devil is a liar. Because you got to understand, when you tell them that they sin, they in trouble with God. And so now we got to understand something that I always hear the young people say, well, am I going to hell for this? I'm not going to go to hell for this. But God gave me a revelation on last night. He said there is something before hell. I said, something before hell? I ain't never read that way. He said, that's me, the judgment. He said, they're going to have to face me before they even go to hell. You worry about going to hell, but you better be worried about facing God. And so now this generation that you keep telling that they don't need this and they don't need that, and it's okay, and then you forget to tell them they gotta face God. And one thing about God, you don't wait till you die to face God. You will face God in your sleep. You will face God in your clothing. You will face God wherever you at. So a lot of times we got this generation thinking like, oh, I ain't going to hell if I say this little cuss word. I ain't going to hell if I tell this little white lie. As a matter of fact, they see the saints of God cussing. So they don't mind cussing. But God said, if they're going to remember there's something before hell, and that's judgment. That's the face of God. So when you decide to say that what is going to go on in this generation and how it's going to be taken, we got to get delivered, saints of God. I said, God, okay, I'm looking at the theme and I'm looking at the title. And I said, God, okay. He said, the title is taken by force, but it wasn't for the generation to take it, it was for us. We have to take this generation back by force. Because we're the one that let it go. It wasn't the enemy. It was us that let this generation go. It was the saints of God that failed this generation. Because when we got in ourselves, and when we got in flesh, they didn't have no role model. So what the enemy did, the enemy set the role model. The enemy set the world. He began to send the artists. He began to give them the worldly secular aspect of what a role model is, because we won't stand up. God said, but if we're going to get some saints of God, there's going to be some role models. Don't care if it's old-fashioned. I just need some role models that say that, you know what? The devil is a liar. My child will not be gay, because I'm going to be the role model. And so I said, God, they're looking at the world to tell them who they are. But the church forgot to stop defining the generation. We got to tell them who they are in God. We have to tell them where they're going to go at. We have to stop being scared to tell the truth in the church. Because we think we're going to lose this generation. But what you think you losing, God said you gaining. When you begin to open up your mouth and testify. When you begin to let them know that, guess what? I don't care what you've been through last week. I don't care what you faced on your job. I don't care what you faced in school. But I come to tell you, but through love and kindness. We stop drawing them because we begin to push them away because what they're doing or what they've done. But I need you to remember how many times somebody came by your door and told you about Jesus. How many times somebody came and tried to tell you to come into the kingdom of God, and you standing here today because somebody prayed for you. But what we do is we're like, I'm getting tired of telling them. But God said, if you get tired, the enemy gonna gain strength. When you get tired of pleading the blood, the enemy gonna draw them in. So God said, listen, it was a David fight. It was Saul's. I dare somebody to take this generation back. I dare somebody to say that I'm not gonna let another Goliath terrorize my house. I'm not going to let another Goliath take another soul out my church. I'm not going to let another Goliath make me bury another young person. I said, God, who is Goliath? He said, Goliath represents so many giants in your life. So many things that this generation is facing. And because we're in this generation, we're facing giants too. And what the enemy does is he gets us distracted, so we won't even look at them. We get so distracted in our issues, our situation, our obstacles, that we got a baby dying. We got a baby ready to commit suicide, but because we're in financial need. And we before the throne praying on our finances. God said, if I can get a little bit of time for you to pray, because they're in suicidal mode. I need you a little bit of time because there's somebody that's trying to take them out of the kingdom. I dare somebody to say, God, I'm not letting Goliath take another soul. Glory to God. And then God began to show me in the word of God. He said, now, after they've been saved, and they've been delivered, he said, now they're ready to fight. Take your time. He said, now this generation is ready to fight when they get saved and delivered. He said, but I need the warriors to train them right. So when they get ready to fight a Goliath, they don't have the right tools. But when you got a Saul training a David, when you got a Saul trying to train a David, what I'm trying to say, when you got the enemy trying to train your children, they're training them to be defeated. Your child can't even take on the enemy if you don't train them right. How do you know how to pray? Because they see you pray. How do you know how to fast? Because they heard you fast. How do you know not to complain and call on God? Because they see you do it. But when you got a Saul, a lookalike saint, somebody that looks saved. Saul looked the same. He looked like he was on God's side, but he was really for himself. But he tried to psych David up by giving him his armor. He was trying to steal the glory from God. But David, who had the Spirit of God, and said, you ain't going to count me out, because the Spirit of God that's in me going to dethrone the enemy out of my life. Because David said, my daddy didn't train me right. My brothers didn't train me right. But when I was in the field by myself, When I had nobody to tell me how to defeat the lion. See, that's what's going to happen in this generation. Because we don't want to train them, God got to do a secret training. God got to teach them in a secret time. Because we stopped training them. But God, David said, listen, I'm going back to my beginnings. When I was out in the field. And the enemy ran up on me. He said, God, give me the spirit of boldness to take down the enemy by force. David said, I ain't came with no sword. I just used what I had in the field. Now I'm going to talk to some adults. You need to just use what you got in the field. You need to use it what God give you. Stop being defeated by Goliath. Well, God already give you the tools to win. Stop complaining when God already give you the tools to win. I'm helping you to get defeated by the enemy. What you got to do is go back to the basics. You say, God, when I was in the wilderness, you delivered me. When I was down and out, you delivered me. Now that Goliath calling me out. See, that's what happened. It said that the people of God was on one side and the enemy was on the other side. The enemy didn't wait. The enemy called them out. The enemy is calling us out. And we stayed trembling. God said, but what about the boldness I put inside you? Why are you telling me your child is on drugs? Did not give you the blood. Did not give you the authority. You cried out and said, God, save my son. Save my daughter. God said, I give it to you. When you was in the field. I showed you how to defeat that generational demon. But if you only gonna muster up some faith. I need you to tell somebody, muster up some faith. I need you to muster up some faith. God said, I already showed you how to defeat the enemy. Because he keep calling you. And he about 9 feet tall. And as the obstacles look bigger than you, you getting a little bit trembling and a little bit scared. But then I always heard when we were smaller, the bigger it is, who ready to slay some giants for this generation? Who ready to say, enemy, the bigger you are, the harder you gonna fall. The bigger you look in my child life, the harder you gonna fall. Because I'm gonna plead the blood. They coming off of drugs. They coming out of homosexuality. They coming out of lesbian. Their mind is changing. They gonna be delivered. The devil is alive. They're not shaking up no more. Because Goliath, you coming out. And you getting out of here. And I ain't telling you, I'm commanding you. David said, who's going to defeat this Philistine that's tearing up God's kingdom? David said, why are y'all standing here, saints of God? Why is this enemy taking over this generation? David said, what's going to be done about this enemy? David was getting mad. He said, saints of God, what's going to be done about this enemy that's already rampant in your house? That's only your grandchildren. That's only your nieces and nephews. What's going to be done? I'm taking a head off of Goliath. I need somebody to say, I'm taking a head off of Goliath this year. I'm taking a head off of Goliath. They say when David got up on Goliath, not only did he use a rock, see, God said you ain't going to need to use what you need to use to defeat this enemy. All you're going to have to use is the blood. All you have to do is declare it and it's done. And it shall be established. I don't care what they look like. They can be sprung out on drugs. But if you plead the blood, that demon coming out. If you begin to plead the blood in your house, that demon coming down. Because you carry the blood of the Lamb. David said that now after he defeated, he said, Goliath, so you will come back, I'm cutting your head off. When you cut the head off, the body just died. So when you cut the head off the enemy, them spirits, them demons, them devils, they're backing up off you. Because their head is gone. I need somebody to catch that. The head is which the enemy, when you begin to defeat him, all the assignments he has set down on your generation. They got to flee. And say, will you resist the enemy? Will you tell the enemy, I'm not even going there playing by your rules? I don't care what you did to my grandson. He's coming out right now in Jesus' name. I don't care what's going on with my daughter. She's coming out right now in Jesus' name. I don't need you to get weary and well doing, saints of God. I need you to say, David, like David said, what's going to be done? Are you going to just complain about it, or are you going to rise up? And say, I'm taking it back by force. I'm taking it, matter of fact, I'm taking my neighborhood with me. I'm leaving no child behind. I'm leaving no teen behind. I don't need you to just plead for your children. I need you to catch the neighborhood. I need you to get the neighborhood out of poverty. I need you to get the neighborhood off the street. God, the saints of God got power. The church got power. And if we can link up, we'll take it by force. If you're ready to take it by force, I dare you to leap on your feet and say, it's over. It's over, devil. It's over, Goliath. It's over. It's over. It's over. Come on, somebody needs to feel that one. It's over. I need you to get in your mind what the enemy that came in your generation and say it's over. That demon I dealt with is over. That spirit of homosexuality is over. That generational spirit of whoremother, my son, my daughter will not deal with us. It's over. It's over. Somebody needs to say it's over. It's out of your mouth. It's over. It's over. It's over. I need somebody to get excited about that thing. It's over. I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back by force. I'm taking it back by force. I ain't playing with the devil this season. I'm taking it all back. I'm taking it all back. I'm taking my grandchildren back. I'm taking my nieces and nephews back. I'm taking my grandchildren back. It's over. Somebody shout in this place. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Not force. Come on, things of God. Build up your power. Say your praise to wherever it needs to go at. And say, my dog is coming up the front house. It is over. It is over. Generation of sickness is over. It's over. I'm taking it back. There's no Goliath in my generation. There's no Goliath in my generation. Hold on, musician. When we take it by force, they have less to fight with. So I need you to tell your neighbor, say, it is over. Tonight marks a new day. That this generation will not fight my demons. My son and my daughter will not fight my demons. And I will be so bad and so skillful that I will go in their generation and tell the devil, hey, Lord, and tell the demon, not today. Not today. You will not have their mind. If you dealt with schizophrenic, I cancel that demon out. Off of your lineage. My child will not be schizophrenic. There will not be a psychopath. They will not have mind battles. I come to tell somebody, will you stand up to Goliath? Will you tell that demon that say enough is enough? You did my mama like that. You did my grandma like that. But it stops right here. And that devil, I guarantee you gonna flee. Come on, somebody shouting this thing. Come on, if you got the victory, you need to praise your God. I need some victory shout. I need some victory shout. And say, I'm tearing down the giant in my life. I'm tearing down the giant of sickness. I'm tearing down the giant of poverty. I'm tearing down the giant that's trying to take my life. That's trying to take my house. That's trying to take my spouse. That's trying to take my children. I need to come and say Goliath is dead. the church no more. If we got some Goliath slayers, I need you to open up your mouth. If you're a Goliath slayer, open up your mouth. Not by might, not by power, but it's going to be by the Spirit of God that you take down the Goliath. And when you cut his head off this side, because see, last time you gave him a little slip, and he came back. But this time, I dare you to sever him. I dare you to dissect him. I dare you to take off his skin. Take all the bones. I dare you to detach him. That the enemy can't even recuperate him. I need you to kill Goliath this time. And when you do it this time, say, God, this demon will never, ever, ever, ever see it again. I'm not resurrecting it. I'm not calling it no more. Because sometimes when you call that spirit, it come back. You defeated it and it came back. Goliath, you over. It's over. It's over. It's over. No more. No more in my mind and no more in my spirit. Somebody shout in this place.